So, how's it going?
Well, it's going all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
My name's Ryan, by the way.
Hey, I'm Russ Brown. I'm VP of Development for Tryon.
We actually stopped by this booth last year, so
sweet.
we know a little bit about it. And like I mentioned earlier, I do currently have a level 50 myself, and I enjoy the game.
Nice.
So what do you have to show us today?
I'm going to show you Hammer Now. I'm going to show you parts of Hammer Now. I'm going to show you a badass boss. You're going to love it.
All right, fantastic.
So the first thing is we're going to have a big world event so everybody can play the opening of Hammer Now. And I'll trigger that right now so it starts. We do the classic, the sky changes, starts to rain, things look dreary. And now everybody in the whole world is on this quest. It's pretty cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward to the opening of Hammer Now and show you the opening of Hammer Now event.
So this is very similar to the River Solars event?
It is, but it's triggered more by players. It's not, the event will happen at 6 o'clock.
You promise it won't crash this time?
It won't crash this time.
All right.
Good. That's a fair statement. So here it is. This is the opening right here. We're going to have Murdantix come out. He's a big, nasty creature. Here, let me run up here really quick. Let me get on my mount. This is the new mount. This is the mini Murdantix mount, which you can get by, it's a rare drop in the world event. You see some other players out here. This is happening on our Alpha Shard, so if our PTS Shard. So if you
is the mount available to both factions?
It is available to both factions. And there he is, and he looks a lot like my mount.
I'm fond of the mechanical horse myself.
Yeah, the mechanical horse is awesome. So you're Defiant? What's your calling?
I'm a mage.
Oh, nice. So you can see, he's running down. Basically, he erupts from Hammer Now. They try to capture him right here. And this runs at the end once the players basically accomplish the quest. He erupts from Hammer Now. They try to capture him, and basically they drive him back inside Hammer Now. So I'm going to jump inside Hammer Now and show you what it looks like inside.
Okay.
Using the power of cheat keys, I jump in, and this is Hammer Now. It's our biggest raid instance by far, and since I'm cheating, they're not aggroing on me. It has 10 bosses, I believe, and four wings, and it's just humongous. It's really big. And down here is, well, go ahead.
Any estimates on the release date?
Yeah, June 22nd.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, it's not, no estimate. It will be out June 22nd. And there's Murdantix. He's pretty cool looking. So I'm going to jump ahead and show you another boss, and then show you the best boss in the game.
Okay.
This is Estrode. She's one of the other bosses in the game. In Hammer Now, she looks awesome. Let's kill her. Here. I want to get her into combat because I like her animations. She starts summoning people. She's cool looking. And then we're gonna jump over, and I'm gonna show you the last two bosses of Hammer Now.
Okay.
And we really, our artists outdid themselves for this. They're really fantastic.
Is this a 20-person raid?
It is a 20-person raid. It's a tier 2 20-person raid. So it's the hardest. It will be the hardest raid we've released yet, and it's by far the biggest. It's 2 or 3 times bigger than any other raid we've done. And here we go. So I'm going to turn the UI off, and as we start the soliloquy here. So this is the second to last boss. And he summons, God, I'm drawing a blank here. This is Jarno, and he summons, what's his name again? Let's see, I'm going to cheat here. So that's Jarno, and let's have him summon the next guy. And basically this is a phase where you meet the final boss, who I am drawing a blank what his name is right now. Here, I'm going to cheat. Oh yeah, it's Achilleos. So basically he's summoning Achilleos, and Achilleos, basically, they bring down this island. You jump on the island, and then the first phase of Achilleos starts. Whole bunch of tentacles. Pretty cool looking. You have to fight these back. The area behind here becomes basically dangerous. You have to get off there, jump onto this island. And you, with the power of cheat keys, I beat the first phase of Achilleos. Now the second phase starts. Another island forms. You have to run your raid off there. If you don't run off there, they destroy the island. Bad things happen. And then this is the final boss. This is Achilleos, and he is just awesome looking. And that's Achilleos, and he is just a big badass monster. We're also adding guild banks. I always like telling that to people because they love. That's a feature that everybody's asking for. June 22nd, you'll have guild banks.
All right.
We're also doing character transfer. Free character transfer will start, so you can start transferring your characters up and move to servers you want to move a server. And we're adding some more costumes so that you can, there's more dress up you can play with. And we also are adding sliver sight artifacts. So if you turn sliver sight on, you can find special artifacts for collectibles. And other stuff. We're doing class balances, class changes, the whole shebang. Any questions?
Okay, let's begin here. Has player housing ever been under consideration?
We have talked about player housing. It's currently not on any schedule yet, but people have been talking about it, and we're looking to see what we can do.
This one is concerning the rogue. Do you feel like the rogue's slip-away ability is being abused upon encounters where the rogue initiates first contact?
If it's being abused, we'll fix it. I honestly don't know. I've talked to my class leads. Well, anything, if people get frustrated by it, we get enough feedback, we'll change it. That's the whole thing. We change based on feedback. If people tell us that something needs to change, we'll change it.
Okay. Are there any plans in development to implement world PvP objectives throughout Tulara, such as keep sieges?
I can't say it's keep sieges, but yes. We are looking at world PvP.
Okay. Any estimated date on when this will be in development and release?
It's in development now. All I can say is soon. It's not 1.3, but soon.
To encourage large-scale PvP battles between the factions, will the player rendering issue be fixed in the relative future?
If there's problems, like we're always looking to optimize our renderer and our speed. Anything we can do to make it so we have more and more people, we'll do.
It seems like when there's groups of more than 25 on each side, the players aren't being rendered unless there's a particular spell cast upon the opposing faction.
Yeah, well, that's completely configurable by us, and we just basically need to iterate. And as we do more and more larger groups, we'll iterate.
Okay. To decrease the average wait time for each warfront, will you consider expanding upon the size of each battle group?
We already have. You should try it right now. the queue should be way down.
Will warfronts be expanded upon in the future, possibly adding new match types in smaller 5-on-5 matches?
We are expanding new warfronts, and we'll have some information about that shortly. It's not in 1.3, but it's coming out.
There appears to be a major imbalance with the defensive capabilities between Meridian and the Sanctum. Will it ever be feasible to successfully siege the Sanctum?
Yes, and if there is imbalances, we'll make it so people can play. If people want to siege, we'll do it.
Right now, to enter Meridian, it's fairly easy for the Guardian faction. They just jump over the hillside where the Defiants are funneled into this one small area, which is sort of impossible to enter.
Yeah, we have had people raid on Sanctum, so we know that it has happened. But basically, if people ask for it and it becomes more of a priority, we'll look into fixing it.
What are your plans to expand upon Tulara in the future?
We have a lot of things coming up. We're looking into doing things like new zones, new types of gameplay, soloing at level 50. What can we do to make the solo player do stuff at level 50? Group questing, just tons of stuff. And we're looking to update every 6 to 8 weeks, is to give you guys a new patch, new features, new things. Things that people have asked for are things like barbershops and new, like World PvP. That's one of the things people are asking for, right? And as we get stuff, we'll start trying to get it out, get more and more stuff out.
Any information on the expansion?
Not yet. Expansion's a little ways out, and once we have information, we'll release it.
Can we expect an expansion anywhere between the next year or maybe a little bit later on?
I can't give you a date right now, I'm sorry.
And that takes care of everything. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Ryan, nice. It's always nice to meet another player.
It was nice meeting you.
Thanks.